Welcome back, guys. Sunil this side from Forever PT. In this video, we'll be talking about respond to a situation. See, respond to a situation is a question of speaking module, but it does contribute marks in the listening module as well. In this video, I'll be explaining you what is the marks distribution in this question, what is the right way to solve this question. I have used the exact same strategy that I'll be describing in this video in my real exam, and I've scored perfect 90 marks in every single module. And not just me, numerous other students that I have taught, they have scored CLB 9 or even CLB 10 as well in their actual exams using the exact same method. Now let's understand the marks distribution first. Now I'll just take you to my computer screen, and there I'll be teaching you what is the actual marking criteria. So I have opened up this pearsonpt.com. This is the official website of PTE. And from there I have downloaded this PDF, which is available for free. I'll be attaching a link at the bottom of this video. And over there you will see there is this part 1, speaking and writing. Now in this part 1 there is a question type which is respond to a situation. They have mentioned that there are gonna be 2 to 4 tasks based on this, and there is a partial credit system. Means marks from this question will be going in listening and in speaking module, right? So there are 3 enabling skills. The first one is the pronunciation, then there is fluency and appropriacy. If you see this pronunciation and fluency, these 2 skills will be contributing marks towards the speaking part. And this third one, which is appropriacy, this will be contributing marks in the listening module. If we talk about the overall marks, so respond to a situation actually contributes about 5 to 7 marks in the speaking and about the same 5 to 7 marks in listening module. So I wouldn't say it's that important, but for people who are targeting CLB 9 or CLB 10, for those people, respond to a situation is very important because it is contributing significant proportion towards your listening. Now let's understand how do we solve this question. For example, I'll just take you to a website. For example, here is a website. I'll just open up a question, any random question. For example, yeah, here is a question. So what happens in this question is, firstly, they will speak this entire passage, and after that, they will be giving you 20 seconds to prepare, right? So Pearson expects you to give an honest answer, like they will be giving a situation basically. What would you say to your soccer team? They will be giving a situation that something happened in your soccer team, and how will you react basically? So there is one way of doing this. The genuine way of doing is that you actually think of a possible answer and then you deliver that possible answer. But what happens is that when you're thinking of that answer, there will be hindrances while speaking because it is very difficult, to think of the answer in 20 seconds. So that's why there are a lot of templates that are available in the market. You must have seen a lot of videos on YouTube as well. There is one method that I personally suggest. I don't recommend following any template, and I have a good reason for that. Because you see, most of the templates, what they do is they have some written lines in between, and then there are these dash markings. There is this template line, and then there is dash, and in those dash you'll have to put wording from this passage, right? If you can see over here in the enabling skills, there is this one skill which is appropriacy. This appropriacy means topic related content, and this appropriacy is actually contributing marks towards your listening part. The problem with the template is that some of the template do not have enough content in them, and because of that it is possible that candidates will be losing marks in their listening part. They may end up getting 90 out of 90 in speaking, but in listening, because of the appropriacy, because of the lack of appropriacy, because of the lack of content, they may lose few marks over there. So I don't want you guys to lose marks. That's why I don't recommend following any template. What I suggest is, for example, this is the question in front of you. What you need to do is you need to speak the entire question as it is, right? No need to change anything. You can simply change the pronouns. For example, here they have mentioned you are. In case of you are, you can say I am the coach of a youth soccer team, and I've just watched them lose a game because of a lack of teamwork and coordination. This is a good way of doing it, because that way what you guys are doing, you are speaking the entire content that is mentioned in this question, and the chances that your appropriacy will be 100% is very high. For example, in this question, what I'll be doing, I'll just repeat this entire question. Let me just play it once. Yeah, I'll just hit the redo button. So first they'll be speaking the entire passage and then we'll get 20 seconds to think of the answer.
You're the coach of a youth soccer team and you've just watched them lose a game because of a lack of teamwork and coordination. You want to address the situation in a way that motivates them to improve their teamwork for the next game without discouraging them. What would you say to your soccer team?
So they're asking a question, what would you say to your soccer team, right? And they're expecting a genuine answer, but you see it is a system and the system doesn't understand the language. It understands keywords basically, and we need to give it the keywords. So what I'll be doing, I'll be changing these pronouns. I'll be changing this you with I. I'll just hit the redo button and I'll start again. I am the coach of a youth soccer team. I've just watched them lose a game because of lack of teamwork and coordination. I want to address the situation in a way that motivates them to improve their teamwork for the next game without discouraging them. What would I say to my soccer team? Now, if you notice, I have spoken for about 15 seconds, right? Let's say, for example, this question was a medium question. It was not that lengthy, not that short. But in most of the cases, you may encounter questions like this. I'll just open up any other question where the statement is very short. For example, this one, right? So this statement is quite short. What you can do in these type of questions, you can repeat the entire statement twice, right? Now I'll just show you with an example. I'll hit the start button. I am organizing a team building event for my colleagues, and one suggestion is to participate in an escape room activity. However, I realize that some team members may feel uncomfortable or anxious in enclosed spaces. What would I say to my colleagues? I am organizing a team building event for my colleagues, and one suggestion is to participate in an escape room activity. However, I realize that some team members may feel uncomfortable or anxious in enclosed spaces. What would I say to my colleagues? Stop and submit. Let's see how many marks these applications give. I am organizing a team building event for my colleagues, and one suggestion is to participate in an escape room activity. However, I realize that some team members may feel uncomfortable or anxious in enclosed spaces. What would I say to my colleagues? I am organizing a team building event for my colleagues, and one suggestion. I am organizing a team building event for my colleagues. Alright. So they have given me 80 in fluency and appropriacy. They have given me 90 out of 90. In pronunciation, they are giving me 71. But believe me, I have spoken the exact same in the real exam and I've scored perfect 90 marks. And not just in this one. I have given a lot of attempts of PTE academic as well, and I've scored perfect 90 marks in every single one of them. So these applications, they are not that authentic most of the time. It's the lack of coordination between your microphone and the laptop. Because of that, you guys are losing marks in these applications, but don't worry about it. This is the exact same method that you can use in your real exam. So if the passage is lengthy, for example, it is of 3-4 lines, then you can speak the entire passage once. And if you think that the passage is short, you can repeat the entire content twice, right? This is a very good method of doing respond to a situation. No need to follow any kind of template. Let me just show you with one more example. Now, for example, this one, even in this case as well, I'll be repeating the entire question twice. Let's wait for the author to finish this passage.
You're planning a birthday celebration for a friend, and the group is discussing potential venues. One suggestion is to go to a loud and crowded nightclub, but you know that some friends prefer quieter and more intimate settings. What would you say to the group?
So what would I say to the group? We have 20 seconds to think of an answer, but we'll be repeating the entire passage twice by just changing these pronouns. I am planning a birthday celebration for a friend, and the group is discussing potential venues. One suggestion is to go to a loud and crowded nightclub, but I know that some friends prefer quieter and more intimate settings. What would I say to the group? I am planning a birthday celebration for a friend, and the group is discussing potential venues. One suggestion is to go to a loud and crowded nightclub, but I know that some friends prefer quieter and more intimate settings. What would I say to the group? Stop and submit. I am planning a birthday celebration for a friend, and the group is discussing potential venues. One suggestion is to go to a loud and crowded nightclub, but I know that some friends prefer quieter and more intimate settings. What would I say to the group? I am planning a birthday celebration for a friend, and the group is discussing potential venues. One suggestion is to go to a loud. I am planning a birthday celebration. Alright, so this time it has given me a perfect 19 2 of the skills, appropriacy and fluency, and again in pronunciation it is giving me less marks. But it really doesn't matter because these applications, they are not that authentic. In the real exam there is a good chance that you guys will be scoring 90 out of 90, and I've seen this thing, I've observed this thing among Ptecore students. A lot of students, they are getting 90 out of 90 very easily. It is just that it is about the other modules like reading and listening. Because of those modules, you guys are losing majority of your marks. Respond to a situation is a very easy task. Don't complicate it by using any sort of template. Just use the same formula that I've given you, and you guys are good to go. Alright, thank you so much. I hope you liked this video. I'll see you in the next one.